What I would like to do this morning is to read what the Buddhists call an aspirational prayer. And I think that all of you will be able to relate to this because so much of it is so important to everyone's faith. And after that, we will follow this with, I think, about 3 minutes of silence. So that will be directly after. This prayer of aspiration is called Stabilizing in the Bodhi Mind. In the spiritual energy that relieves the anguish of beings in misery and places depressed beings in eternal joy, I lift up my heart and rejoice. In the goodness-producing illumination, I lift up my heart and rejoice. May any spiritual energy thus generated my devotion to the enlightened ones be dedicated to dispelling the misery of living beings without exception. As long as diseases affect living beings, may I be the doctor, the medicine, and also the nurse who restores them to health. May I fall as a rain to increase the harvest that must feed the living beings. And in ages of dire famine, may I myself serve as food and drink. May I be an unending treasury for those desperate and forlorn. May I manifest as what they require and wish to have near to them. My body, every possession, and all goodness past, present, and future, without regret, I dedicate to the well-being of the world. Suffering is transcended by total surrender, and the mind attains to nirvana. As one day all must be given up, why not dedicate it now to universal happiness? May I be land for those requiring it, a lamp for those in darkness. May I be a home for the homeless and a servant to the world. Until every being afflicted by pain has reached to nirvana's shores, may I serve only as a condition that encourages progress and joy. For all guests on the roads of life who would taste the very substance of joy, here is the actual seat of true happiness, a veritable feast to satiate the world. Thus today, in the presence of all the awakened ones, I invite every living being to this festival, giving both immediate and lasting